That's all the music I can use. Hashtag copyright. Namaste everyone. Welcome to the final episode of the final part of the Marvellous History series, A History in Marvel. As you can probably tell from the excitement on this face, we are going to cover a very important movie today. And if you've been paying attention throughout our little history class, you know exactly what movie I'm talking about. Or you could just read the title of the video. That is correct. It is Avengers Infinity War. This movie is essentially the semi-finale of not only the Avengers series but the entire storyline of the MCU movies that we have seen in these past 10 years. It is the Mahasangram of Mahasangrams. Owing to just how important every aspect of this movie is, I have decided to get rid of the timer. Instead, we're going to have this thing called the death counter. Because trust me, we're gonna need it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is Avengers Infinity War. We start the movie with the ending of Thor Ragnarok. Now, you may remember, in the end of that film, we saw all Asgardians had evacuated onto a ship hoping to find a new home. But they are blocked by an even bigger ship, and that is where the end credit scene of that film stops. In the opening scene of this movie, we see that the Asgardian ship is completely destroyed. Bodies are just scattered in space, some are floating, some are lying in the debris of the ship, and only 5 people are walking in the destruction. One of these is our main baddie, who also happens to be the main villain of the entire MCU universe so far. That is Thanos. Small fact about Thanos, he wants to destroy half the living beings of the universe in order to restore balance. He plans to do so by using the 6 Infinity Stones. So he has this gauntlet that can harness the combined powers of the Infinity Stones. So basically, he can wipe off half the population of the entire universe with the snap of his fingers. Here, Thanos is seen wearing the gauntlet and it already has one Infinity Stone, that is the Power Stone. I'll get to what Infinity Stones are in a minute. He's looking for the next Infinity Stone, which happens to be with one of the Asgardians on the ship. It is Loki. Loki, before leaving Asgard, took the Tesseract from the vaults of Asgard. The Tesseract houses an Infinity Stone called the Space Stone and is the reason that Thanos attacked the ship in the first place. In a chaotic turn of events, Thor is captured, Loki is forced to give up the Tesseract, Hulk, who you may remember was with these guys at the time, is sent to Earth, and Thanos gets the Space Stone. He now has 2 Infinity Stones. And in the end of it, Loki dies. Not 15 minutes into the movie and they already kill off a major character. Back on Earth, Hulk, who is now transformed back into Bruce Banner, falls in the residence of a fellow superhero, Doctor Strange, who in turn fetches Tony Stark, that is Iron Man, right away, and both of them listen to what Bruce Banner has to say about this guy called Thanos and his Infinity Plan. Now is when I'd like to tell you what Infinity Stones actually are. When the universe was created, the Big Bang sent 6 elemental crystals hurtling around the universe. Each of them stands for a key aspect of the universe. These are the 6 Infinity Stones. They include power, space, reality, mind, soul, and time. So in short, if Thanos can acquire all these Infinity Stones, he can do whatever he wants, which in his case would mean wiping out half the universe. Now the Asgardian ship, if you may remember, there were 4 other people with Thanos. These include Squidward, a taller alien version of Black Widow, grey-colored Hulk with a suit of armor, and a guy who dies before we ever get to know him. They identify themselves as children of Thanos. Thanos sends them on Earth to retrieve 2 Infinity Stones. These are the Mind Stone, which is with Vision, the guy from Age of Ultron, and the Time Stone, which is with Doctor Strange. So when Stark, Banner and Doctor Strange are having their little get-to-know-your Infinity Stone party, a sudden attack takes place. This is caused by Thanos' child numbers 1 and 3. Major fight sequence where Spider-Man joins in on the fun, and in the end, Iron Man, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are taken to Titan, Thanos' homeworld, by Squidward. Before they reach Titan, however, Squidward dies and Grey Hulk loses an arm. Our Hulk, Banner, isn't able to transform into the Hulk. Major aspect because he isn't able to transform throughout the film. Time to go back to space! Guardians of the Galaxy get a distress call and decide to check it out. Turns out the call was made from the Asgardian ship. When they reach there, they are shocked to see so many bodies floating about. One such body hits the front of their ship and it belongs to none other than the god of thunder, Thor. They bring him in, talk about stuff, and finally divide into two groups. Thor, the god of thunder, Rocket, the raccoon, and Groot, the Groot, decide to go to Nivedalade, which is basically this weapons factory near a dying star. Thor plans to get a god-killing weapon from this place. The remaining Guardians go to nowhere. It's where the reality stone, which was given to the Collector, is situated. Before going there, Gamora, Thanos' adoptive daughter, makes Quill, Star-Lord, promise her that should Thanos get to her, Quill should kill her. So when they reach nowhere, they see that Thanos hasn't gotten the stone yet, and so Gamora jumps right into action and kills him. But then we see Thanos already has the reality stone and was manipulating reality, thus tricking the Guardians. In the end, Thanos takes Gamora. Coming back to Earth, we see Vision and Scarlet Witch are a couple now. They are taking some time off of superheroing, but then they are attacked by Thanos' child numbers 2 and 4. 4 dies, but they manage to seriously harm Vision, and right as they are about to kill off both of them, 3 very well-known heroes show up, including Captain America, or Nomad as he is known as, Black Widow, and the Falcon. Seeing them, child number 2 retreats and they take Scarlet Witch and a very injured Vision to the most technologically advanced place on Earth, Wakanda. They also pick up War Machine, Rhodey, and Banner along the way, so now they're all in Wakanda. There, Shuri, who is awesome, quickly starts working on separating the Mind Stone from Vision so that they can destroy it before Thanos comes. Speaking of Thanos, he has kidnapped Gamora, who knows the whereabouts of the Soul Stone. He threatens to kill her adoptive sister Nebula if she didn't tell him where the Soul Stone was. Having no choice, Gamora gives in and she and Thanos venture on a trip to retrieve the Soul Stone. A shocking revelation involving Red Skull happens and Thanos gets the Soul Stone, but the only way he could get it was by sacrificing the one person he loved, that was his daughter Gamora. Back to Titan. Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man meet the Guardians who had gone to nowhere. They form an alliance to defeat Thanos. Meanwhile, Nebula, who was captured by Thanos, has also escaped. Now Thanos reaches Titan and a fight happens. They are almost successful in taking the gauntlet from him, but then Star-Lord finds out that Gamora is dead and so he gets emotional and ruins the entire plan. Ultimately, Thanos manages to get the Time Stone from Doctor Strange and heads directly to Earth. The good guys versus Thanos' child number 2 and 3 and their army of aliens. One epic battle scene and an awesome entrance by Thor, Rocket, and Groot later, we see Scarlet Witch destroying the Mind Stone in Vision. Unfortunately, they didn't have time to separate them both, and so now Vision has to die along with the stone. She destroys it right as Thanos reaches there. But he has the Time Stone now, so he just reverses time, takes the Mind Stone, brutally killing Vision in the process. That's it. Thanos has all the 6 Infinity Stones. But hope is not lost because Thor attacks him right then with his god-killing weapon from Nivedalade called the Stormbreaker and hits him directly in the chest. Which Thanos says, "You should have gone for the head." And he snaps his fingers. A lot of people, a lot of our good guys die. Death counter? Oh. So he won. Thanos won. That is how Infinity War ends. Just as all hope is lost, we see in the end credits scene Fury, who also dies, but right before he vanishes from existence, he sends a page on his intergalactic pager. Now, I'm not going to tell you whom he sends that page to, but if you've been paying attention in this entire Marvel history class, you know exactly who that person is. So let me know in the comments below if you figured it out. And now, I can officially say, my students, you are ready to watch Avengers Endgame. I declare you a Marvel fan. You have graduated. Throw your caps away. We have done it. Honestly speaking, this has been one of the best experiences of my life. I mean, I'm not just talking about the movies, but making these videos. This channel went from posting once every 1 or 2 months to posting 14 videos in the past 3 weeks, and I could not be happier. Thank you so much for watching, everyone who has watched consistently till now, and everyone who has liked and shared and subscribed. I am so grateful for you guys. Orangers is so proud to be a Marvel fan. Marvel is one of the biggest fandoms I've had an opportunity to be a part of, and I am so happy. They've kept that dreamer in us alive, talking about superheroes and now to space and all that stuff. Avengers Endgame will release on the 26th of April 2019. Out of this world thrilled right now. I'm getting emotional, I'm getting nervous, I'm excited. It's a roller coaster. It's going to be like that till the 26th, till the 27th, I would say. And to all my fellow Marvel fans, I will say we have done it. We have been in this journey for 10 years and we are in the conclusion now, or should I say, we are in the end game now. So until next time, this is NRI signing out.